Hey blues guys and gals, it's been a minute. Back again with another Epiphone ES335 dot. Alright, this time we got the vintage Sunburst. It's like we're in a time loop or something. These guitars just keep coming back around in different colors. I also had a pink Firefly y'all missed out on. It was only here for a couple days temporarily, so I didn't get the chance to make a review. I felt pretty terrible about that one, but anyways, we had a beautiful pink bat Firefly in also. Let me know in the comments how y'all been. It's been a minute. I know there's a couple y'all viewers. Everyone keeps watching my videos. I'm actually so shocked. I haven't made a video in like 3 months. Y'all are still watching everything I make. Holy crap, all my old videos. I appreciate that. I know every day you guys are watching me, so that's awesome. I think this has a rosewood fretboard, okay, which is pretty cool because everyone's switching to Indian laurel and stuff because wood is becoming more expensive nowadays for the quality materials. So I think this dot, based on the year, I forget which year this was, blues guys and gals, this is a 2015 Epiphone dot. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the wood is changing over the years on these Epiphones, right? And they're just keeping the quality wood for the Gibsons and the very, very high-end Epiphones. So if you can get the older Epiphones, I think they come with some better quality material, and craftsmanship has remained about the same, I would say, but the materials that they used to use are better, that's for sure. So this one I picked it up, and the frets are just beautiful on this one. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera there. There's no fret wear. It's like it was just a case queen. Just sat in its case forever, looking pretty. I was so shocked about this one. Still got the plastic on the pickups. You can see the Epiphone there. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of hard to see, but it says Epiphone, designed by Epiphone USA. Alnico classic magnets, double vacuum waxed enamel wire. Sounds promising. A lot of guys in the forums are saying to switch these pickups out. Can y'all leave a comment and let me know if you have an Epiphone hollow body? Have you switched out the pickups, or do you prefer the stock? I know it's the stock pickups. I know it's everyone has a different opinion, but I want to know what y'all are thinking on that one. The weight on this one is pretty comfortable, I will say. I've had a few of these Epiphone hollow bodies, and some of them get kind of heavy. So this one actually is fairly comfortable. It's not a huge wide body. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a very, very wide body. So that's, I don't know. I don't know if that's a plus or a negative for you, but I like that. It kind of sits in the body kind of nicely, even though the body's so big. It's just like a big acoustic guitar kind of feeling. So yeah, we're gonna play. We got the I got a new amplifier, blues guys and gals. Actually, it's been a minute that I haven't seen you. I got lots to update y'all on. So we got the Trainer YCV50 custom valve amp. I'm gonna pause the video. Actually, I'll give you a quick run through of this amplifier here. All right, so here she is, the Trainer YCV50 custom valve. The blue one, the old blue one, before they made the newer one. Just got a clean channel over here. I'm on right now, and then the rock and roll dirty channel over there. Then we got master controls over here with the reverb, which is actually a spring reverb. And then right next to the red light right there, we also have a standby switch. So this thing is killer right now. It's actually really easy to use, and I love the standby switch. I don't think traditionally, I was reading on the old school or vintage amps, the Fender amps, they did not have a standby switch, and they did not have a master volume. Does anybody know if that affects tone, or is that just for ease of access? Alright, we're going to play a sound demo here on the clean channel on this amplifier, this tube amplifier here, on the Epiphone Dot Vintage Sunburst. Very, very nice guitar. Alright. Neck pickup. got that reverb tank pushing hard right now. Alright, so one thing I want to point out about these guitars, Epiphone guitars, or any guitar in general, is that it's dependent on the setup of who set up your guitar, where, you know what I mean, how good of a job they did. If it's acquired to your taste, sometimes the setup could be technically perfectly done to the technician's specs and feelings, but you might not enjoy it yourself. You see the nice action low on here. So that's another beautiful thing if you want to get into working on your own guitars. They're not necessarily doing like full restorations like I do, but you can just do setups, standard setups on your guitars, and get to know your guitar and what feels right for you, you know, because everyone has a different feeling of what feels perfect for them. And sometimes just changing the string gauge makes a big difference on playability of a guitar. Sometimes you might go look at guitars in a guitar shop, and you might play two different guitars and one feels way better and you don't know why. The strings feel smoother or whatever it is. It's likely, usually has to do with the scale length of the guitar and along with the string gauge. Okay, so there's going to be different, just pay attention to the scale length of your guitars and your string gauge, because that is going to make the majority of the difference of the feel. And especially if the neck is set properly. If you know how to check your neck, always make sure your neck is nice and straight if you're going to buy a guitar, you know what I mean? That's going to affect your playability also. I noticed that if a neck is more banana, more curved like that, the strings they bend way easier. There's a lot less friction. And then if the neck is too straight, then it's kind of hard to make bends. Everything feels like a lot of tension, you know. So sometimes that could be the difference too. You gotta eye your neck and make sure that you're not just making your choices based off of the model of the guitar or who's selling it, etc. You gotta use your own intuition and your own discernments to pick your guitar out. And I was also looking at the local guitar store here, Long and McQuaid, and I noticed that a lot of their guitars that they're selling for like $2,000 plus, their necks need adjustments, and things aren't sitting pretty on some of them either. Actually, I was not impressed at all. I thought like if a guitar was more expensive, they might go through it regularly and do more setups on it. But it looks like to me these more expensive guitars are actually just sitting in these shops for a long time because the people in my local area can't afford these expensive guitars, and they're actually not being taken care of or set up properly. So don't always just judge a guitar based on the brand or who you're buying it from. Like I was saying, use your own discernments and just look at how to do a general setup. If that's something that interests you, if you're going to be spending more money on, as the future goes, on guitars, it would be a thing to do. So I can tell you my honest review about this. I am a good person to ask for this because I've had a lot of semi-hollow guitars, and a lot of them were not from Epiphone. I've had some from Amazon brands like IYV and Grote, okay, just to name a couple. And I noticed there's craftsmanship and quality differences on the Epiphones opposed to those ones. Like brand name does make a difference in some aspects, okay? But there's also some of these gems you can get from these Amazon guitars. Once in a while, you'll get one that's just came from the factory just perfect, okay? But I guess that's the big difference with these Epiphones, is the quality control is more consistent. So you will more consistently get a better guitar when you buy an Epiphone. So that is why you're paying a little bit more than you would for, say, an Amazon hollow body guitar, but it's worth a try. You know, Amazon, you can always return it, bring it back if you don't like it. But yeah, another thing that's noticeable for me about these hollow body guitars is they usually have a thicker neck. Okay, it's almost like an acoustic guitar. That's what I would relate it to. It feels more like an acoustic guitar. This Epiphone in general, the 2015 model, it has the thinnest neck I felt out of any Epiphone hollow body. So this one specifically, I really like the neck on this one. And I would love to change out the pickups to some Seymour Duncans or something just to say I did. But as you heard, they sound very articulate and clear. I'll end it on the rock and roll channel here with a little bit of gain on the bridge pickup, okay? They say these hollow bodies, they really scream if you have too much distortion. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to be mindful of the distortion on this. Turn that down a little bit. Just enough so you can hear it here. Alright, those guys and gals on the bridge pickup here. Let's get it. I'm not going to shred for hours. There's enough of those guys on the YouTube and the TikTok, those shredder guys. I'm just here to present my opinion on these guitars that I get. I have a lot of guitars coming in and out of here. And yeah, I just thought I'd share with y'all. We got another Epiphone in. You can compare this one, this video, this sound demo with the other Epiphone I had. I think they're basically the same model, but the year difference is what would be different. I don't know if I mentioned the year of the other one in my other video, but check them both out. Let me know what you think, please, guys and gals, and thanks for stopping by. Okay, this thing's a real beaut. And they do not, another thing mentionable, they do not sell the Dot anymore. It is renamed the ES335, etc. They do not sell the Dot. And the last thing I say, I said it in the last video, but I'll mention it again. The Dot is reminiscent of the Dot's inlays, okay? Whereas the other Epiphone semi-hollow ES335 is going to have the block inlays, okay? So the Dot is only because that's the only reason it's called the Dot, because it's got the Dot inlays. So if you take that into account, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck when you buy one of these guitars, okay? Cosmetics are the only difference noticeable here, and the pickups are always swappable. So other than that, you're getting a very good foundation for a guitar. And thanks y'all for coming by. I'll see you on the next one.